Greetings to all dear learners. I Poonam Bora welcome you to this session on Laplace transform. With the view of being able to use Laplace transforms in engineering, let us study division by t property of Laplace transform. Suppose f of t is some elementary function, any one of these functions, then we can find its Laplace transform f bar s by basic formula of Laplace transforms. If to this function f of t we divide by t, then a new function f of t upon t is formed and we wish to obtain its Laplace. Then division by t property gives the formula to obtain Laplace of f of t upon t. According to this property, if Laplace of f of t is f bar s, then Laplace of f of t upon t is integration from s to infinity of f bar s provided the integral exists. To obtain Laplace transform of f of t upon t, first step is to note f of t. Second step is to obtain its Laplace transform f bar s. And third step is to integrate f bar s from s to infinity. This will be the Laplace transform of f of t upon t. The concept map of Laplace transform of division by t is firstly to obtain Laplace of f of t upon t, note down f of t, obtain its Laplace f bar s, integrate f bar s from s to infinity. Then we obtain Laplace of f of t upon. To understand the applicability of the property, let us see this example. Finding Laplace of 1 upon t into 1 minus cos at. So if we compare 1 minus cos at upon t with f of t upon t, we find that f of t is 1 minus cos at. So step number 1 is completed, identifying and noting down f of t. Step 2, obtaining Laplace transform of f of t. So Laplace of 1 minus cos at by linearity will be Laplace of 1 minus Laplace of cos of at. Now we know that Laplace of constant function 1 is 1 upon s and Laplace of cos of at is s upon s square plus a square. So f bar s is 1 upon s minus s upon s square plus a square. The third step is to integrate f bar s from s to infinity. So Laplace of 1 minus cos at divided by t is equal to integral from s to infinity 1 upon s minus s upon s square plus a square ds. This is f bar s and we are integrating it from s to infinity. We know that integral of 1 upon s is log s. Integral of 1 upon s is log s, and to integrate this function, we do adjustment. We multiply and divide by 2. Then we can see that if I consider s square plus a square as f, then derivative of s square plus a square is 2s plus 0, that is 2s, is available in numerator. So this is of the form f dash upon f. And we know f dash upon f's integral is log of f of s. So from that point of view, 1 upon 2 as it is, and integral of this is log of denominator function, log of s square plus a square. After integrating, let us give the limits. Upper limit is infinity, lower limit is s. Now to give the limit infinity to s, we should make sure that s remains in denominator. So from that point of view, firstly using the property of logarithm, a log b is log of b raised to a. where a is 1 upon 2 and b is s square plus a square. So it becomes log s square plus a square raised to 1 upon 2. So that is log of square root of s square plus a square. Further, using log a minus log b is log of a by b. We get log s minus log under root s square plus a square is equal to log s upon under root s square plus a square. Now remember this highlighted part. It is log s upon under root s square plus a square. And limits are yet to be substituted. Now we will take s. S is in numerator and we take s square common from denominator. So for s square it will be 1 and for a square it will be a square divided by s square when s square is taken common. Now using square root of a into square root of b for square root of a into b, we obtain log of s upon square root of s square into square root of 1 plus a square upon s square. Square root of s square is s and s gets cancelled and it is log of 1 upon square root of 1 plus a square upon s square. Now we are in a position to substitute the limit infinity of s. So a square is some real number. If we give s square as infinity, then 1 upon infinity being 0, this complete term becomes 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. Square root of 1 being 1. 1 upon 1 will give you log of 1 finally. And in this, replacing s by s, so that remains same. So this is upper limit log of 1, lower limit is same because s is s only. Log of 1 is 0. Using that, log of 1 being 0, 0 minus log 1 upon under root. Now what we have done, we have cross multiplied s square plus a square whole divided by s square. Now again, this is minus log 1 upon under root s square plus a square divided by s square. So it will be square root of s square is s and so minus log 1 upon under root s square plus a square divided by s. Now we know this that 1 upon a upon b. So if you compare this with this, 1 upon a upon b is b upon a. So it becomes minus 1 into log of s upon under root s square plus a square. Now this is of the form a log b. A is minus 1, b is s upon root s square plus a square. So a log b will become log b raised to a. And this quantity raised to minus 1 will reciprocate it. It is log under root s square plus a square divided by s. The reason why I have highlighted this is because I want to bring to your notice that this many steps were involved in substituting the limits. See, it was log of s upon root s square plus a square. And after substituting the limits, upper limit and lower limit, it just finally became root s square plus a square upon s. So you can remember this, that after substituting the limits, it just flips or it just becomes reciprocal. S upon root s square plus a square becomes root s square plus a square upon s. So thus Laplace of 1 minus cos a t upon t is log under root s square plus a square divided by s. One more example. Find Laplace of sin ht upon t. So this is sin ht upon t. So step 1 is to identify f of t. It is sin ht. Second step is to obtain its Laplace transform. Laplace of sin ht by the basic formula. Laplace of sin h at is equal to a upon s square minus a square, where a is equal to 1 will give Laplace of sin ht is equal to 1 upon s square minus 1 square. So it is 1 upon s square minus 1. So f bar s has been obtained. Now we have to integrate this f bar s from s to infinity. So Laplace of sin ht upon t is equal to integration from s to infinity of 1 upon s square minus 1. We know that integration of 1 upon s square minus a square is 1 upon 2a log s minus a upon s plus a. Using this formula for this, where a's value is 1, the value of the integral will be 1 upon 2 into 1, so that is 1 upon 2, into log of s minus 1 upon s plus 1 by this basic formula of integral. Now we are yet to substitute the limits. So I have again highlighted this part. And you may now be able to tell me what the integral will be. It will just be reciprocal of this. So what is the expected answer? Log of s plus 1 upon s minus 1. Log of s plus 1 upon s minus 1. So let us perform and see what we get. It gets inverted. As I have already said you, to give the limit infinity to s, we have to make sure that s remains in denominator. So from that point of view, we have taken s common, 1 minus 1 upon s. And from the denominator, when we take s common, it becomes 1 plus 1 upon s. This and s and this s gets cancelled, and giving upper limit infinity to s, this term will become 0 because 1 upon infinity is 0. This term will become 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 upon 1 becomes 1. Log of 1 is upper limit. Log of 1 is upper limit. And for lower limit, s remains s. So this remains the same. Log of 1 is 0 minus log of this. So again, if I take cross multiplication, so it is s minus 1 upon s and this is s plus 1 upon s. S and s gets cancelled, and using minus 1 into log s minus 1 upon s plus 1, this formula, using this formula, it becomes log of s minus 1 upon s plus 1 inverse. So that is log of s plus 1 upon s minus 1. 1 upon 2 log of s plus 1 upon s minus 1. This was to explain you the things. In short, what can you take is limit of this, or the value of this when we substitute in is 0. For infinity, the limit of this is 0. I repeat, for infinity, the limit of this is 0. And so 0 minus this will get inverted by a log b is log of b raised to a. So these two examples on division by t property. Thank you.